freedom fighter, justice warrior. They display injustice to make you think you got to stand for justice. And they display slavery to make you think you got to fight for freedom. When you're already free, the moment you choose to be and allow yourself to be. And I know that rings true, but you can't see the forest from the trees while you're caught up in this religious movement known as the truth movement. You think you're aware because you got knowledge about the trans in Hollywood when they planned on telling you that it was an agenda. And it doesn't matter if a couple of thousand conspirators are aware of it on YouTube, okay? It was leaked by shills, government shills like Apostle Laura Lee, and they want you talking about it, okay? You think this is truth, and this is knowledge, when it was handed to you from the government, and it's not fucking insight, and people like that Darwinist Capricorn jungle surfer have leaked it to you and subject you to this Elton John strange life junk. And what effect does that have on you? It causes mental anguish, and it's mind-numbing, and it victimises you. It's not inspiring. It doesn't liberate you like the truth does, okay? You want to tell me you got truth? You go down to the garbage dump and come back with all this trash and present it to me. It's truth. You go down to the sewer. You crawl down in the fucking sewer to get your truth, and you come back covered in shit and spewing shit and think this impresses me. Activism is conforming, and that's all it ever will be. And it targets people who give a fuck, alright? Or you rebels with a cause, thinking you got to stand for something when you don't. Waiting for some saviour, seething for an escape hatch. Staring at the phone, getting subjected to all this trash from Jungle Surfer. Talking about trannies, it's an agenda, okay? It was leaked by the government, shills like Mr. E, and by talking about trans, you're only conforming. That's a fact. And people are going to be mad about this now, because it's going to end a lot of careers. A lot of foundations are going to come crumbling down, and people are going to be mad when they should be liberated, okay? They should be happy. They know it's an agenda that's being pushed on people. And if you have a look at my exposure videos, when I think it was QN Fee and a few other people exposed me, they're calling me a blue pill shill that just wants us to go back to living our lives. So what's that say to you? These people have no fucking lives, and the agenda is to distract you from your life. And look what they're saying. I just want to punch that face in the head. I just want to, where do you live? I want to kill him, okay? Yeah, that's a sign that you got the truth, and that's why they terminated the other account. Because this house of cards was coming down. It's a religion, okay? When I exposed the fear-mongering, the flu ride, and the vaccines nonsense and all this bullshit, they attacked me. Because they want to believe in fear, and they don't like peace and stuff like that. And I wasn't going to get the truth off Dave Johnson, or Aaron Dover, or Jungle Surfer, because they're all just conformists. Hoaxbuster had the Academy Award Video of the Year. Mary Curry. Mercury doesn't even have the same amount of fucking syllables in it because it's stretched. And he's just a fucking algorithm and a fake fucking account. And even if that was true, how the fuck is that inspiring? And how is that truth? And how does that change the world and affect your life? And you want to say you're a revolutionary when you're concerning yourself with all this bullshit that doesn't even benefit anyone? You will see the memes from the government disinformation page. Like Anonymous, that's where you see the truth, okay? And what do they say? Dead is slavery, and they want you to think you're a fucking slave to causes mental anguish. Just like all this bullshit about Zionists that Hitchcock Carrington told you, trying to victimise you. Fuck the world, alright? Having knowledge about the world is nothing. You want to drag up ancient history and show me this filth. You're like my dog that dug up a dead cat one day and fucking bring it back to me. It just reeked. It wasn't fresh. I'll give you the fresh insight. Because I have fucking awareness and insight, not gnosis. Knowledge, hypnosis, diagnosis. You're under a fucking spell. And you're concerned with all this trash. And now you're sad because I've just ripped it away from you and exposed you for what you are, even if you didn't know it. People come here, I know the people I'm dealing with. Broken ass fucking people who've lost everything, their friends and their family, and they're proud of that, alright? I know I lost my friends and family, and when I was going through this activist stage, my mother said to me, "This is just a phase, you'll snap out of it." And I laughed at her. I called her a sheep and you're asleep. And she said to me one day, "Are you ever off that fucking thing?" When I was on my tablet. She said, "I want to get on that fucking thing and tell these losers that they need to go and get a fucking life." And I laughed at that too. I thought she was crazy, alright? But she was right. She was 100% correct. Because I'm just fucking like you, right? But I'm being humble about it and honest. Do you know what honest is? Truth. You just live a lie. Do you know what a lie is? False. You want to complain about things you can't change. How is that helping anyone? Victimising people. How is that helping anyone? You got to find your way out because you're still in the fucking matrix, looking at the fucking worldly stage, subjecting people to this toxicity, poison, which is poisoning your fucking mind. It's not fresh, it's not insightful, it doesn't deliver peace of mind. Eventually, you are going to see this because it's a religion, okay? People don't like their religion exposed. You're go and expose the system, eh? He's protecting the system. Fuck the system. The system doesn't exist to me. You got to find your way out. A lot of people on here are just concerned with all this bullshit because they lived unfucking fulfilled lives and they're not making any progress in their life. And you don't have to go out into the corporate world or anything like that. You just need to find your peace, okay? And it's not fucking hard to do, but you make everything so difficult for you by concerning yourself with this worldly junk. They wanted to leak all this fucking truth because it fits into their divide and conquer agenda, and they wanted to isolate people and fuck people up. You just can't see it because you're being fucking blinded, but I know you feel it within. And if you had a bit of peace of mind, and some fucking joy in your life, and then you'd realise it's all just a stupid distraction. And it's not truth, and it's not fucking awareness and insightful. It's ridiculousness. Where does he live? He's a gatekeeper. I'll show you where I live. You can have my Facebook, and we can catch up for a coffee. And I'll be your friend, I'll talk to you. I'll give you a hug. Because you just need a bit of fucking love and care. Because you're probably a good person and you gave a fuck too much. And they played on that and they preyed on it and they reeled you in. And victimised you and led you astray. And dragged your mind through the fucking gutter. And continue to subject you to this nonsense that everyone already knows about, okay? You just keep telling people all the time and bringing it all back up. We don't fucking care. And I'll show you who the real intellects are on this fucking YouTube. Because they've been told for now, and now you're going to see it. They know it's an agenda, and they're conformists. So let's see what you really got.